Hey you guys, welcome to Spirit Led Finances. I am Abalori and I am here today to give you an introduction to me and all about Spirit Led Finances and how this came to be. If this is your first time joining me, thank you, and welcome. And since pretty much I am new to everybody, I don't think that I have anyone that is returning. But if you are, or you're seeing this on the replay, again, thank you for being a part of Spirit Led Finances. And so with that being said, I want to encourage you to subscribe, like, share, and follow me along on my debt-free journey. So let's get started. So for those of you, again, who don't know me, I'm Abalori. I am a board certified registered nurse. I specialize in geriatrics, hospice, and palliative care. And I have been a nurse for all of 20 plus years. And so what has led me to record this video is I want to bring you along on my debt-free journey, on a journey to be as debt-free as possible. So number one is, everybody has their own definition of debt, but pretty much we know that debt is something that we owe, something that we have to pay back. And for some of us, this can be a tiny amount, or this can be, an amount that's in the several, $100,000 range. So for me, getting out of debt means clearing up any old bills that I have, and the only thing that I do have outstanding would be my car loan, my mortgage, as well as my student loans. But pretty much once I am through or halfway through this journey, the only thing that I would like to have left would be my mortgage and my student loans. And hopefully I will be able to get through those in the next couple of years. But while I am talking to you guys about this, I will be writing down my debts, coming to you, showing you how I budget weekly, because I used to work full-time. I no longer don't. And so I work a couple of PRN jobs or part-time jobs. And I just like it that way because it gives me the flexibility to be able to manage my own schedule, my own time. And thus, if there are things that I want to do, go on vacation, do some things with my family, because I have two boys in my home and both of them are into activities and sports and things. And it's a lot easier for me to manage my schedule just by working, as needed. So again, I make my own schedule. As a nurse, I'm in no shortage of hours or pay. I can work as little as I want or I can work as much as I want. But again, it gives me the flexibility. And a couple weeks ago, I worked an 8-day stretch, and then I took off for a couple of days to kind of rejuvenate and get back to some normalcy. But for me, I do get paid weekly from all of my PRN positions, and that is how I'm actually going to be getting myself out of this debt that I am in. So how did I get into the debt? First thing is I did buy a home, a brand new build in 2018. And thus I've been living in my house since 2018. So it's 5 years, almost 6 years. And so that is the bulk of my debt. Then I went back and got my master's degree in nursing, and so I came out of undergrad with no student loans. But then when I went back to grad school is when I got the student loans, and then I've kind of tacked on student loans a little bit more from that standpoint, because I am currently in nurse practitioner school finishing up just a short certification piece for that. So that's another loan that I have incurred. And then my son had a car in high school, and by the time he got to his last semester of his senior year, his car was kind of giving us some trouble, so we decided to ace that, and I went and purchased a new car for him. I went and purchased a Honda Accord. We currently share the car because I, for the most part, prior to this journey, I was working full-time from home as a case manager, and so I wasn't always readily leaving out the home every day. But he, however, had ball practice, had to go to school and things like that. So really the car is for him. It is to get him through the next 2.5 years of college. And then after that he's free to go buy his own car or does as he chooses. But this car was pretty much built to get him through his college years, and so we have not had any issues with that car, knock on wood. And that is probably the bulk of my debt, is my mortgage, my student loan, and then my car loan. The rest are just minor incidences, tolls. Again, I do have a 19-year-old who got tickets, and it wasn't for more like going through the speed, red light cameras and things like that, and tolls. He seemed to have think that because he had an easy pass that just meant you just got to keep going through the tolls. So I had to sit down and explain to him what the purpose of the easy pass is. Once you use all the money on this easy pass, we still incur certain fees. And so I'm giving him grace and I'm giving him mercy as a 19-year-old, because he just started really actively driving by himself with his own car about a year ago. Prior to that, he was underage, so he wasn't doing a whole lot. But so we have then since talked about these tickets and tolls, and he knows that he is currently on probation. And then if I keep getting these tickets and tolls, his privileges will be kind of reared back, and he'll be going to college like I did. Well, I had a car, but ride the public transportation, but he's got to learn some responsibility. So I am, paying for the cost of his tolls and tickets. And again, I'm choosing to do this because for the most part, my son is pretty responsible. I don't have any issues out of him. He's a full-time student. He's a full-time basketball player. He works, when he's off season. And again, I have never had any troubles out of him as far as school. He was always an A student, excellent in behavior in school from pre-K all the way up through 12th grade. He's never been in trouble with the law. So again, these are just learning experiences that he has to learn as a 19-year-old. And I would much rather deal with those things than to deal with him getting in trouble with the law and getting in trouble with the police. And so that is where we are. And then the other debts that I have incurred are things like medical bills. You know how you have a copay or you have a diagnostic test, insurance pays for so much, then you have to pay the rest. And that's pretty much it. I have, taxes that we have to pay on the cars every year. My homeowner's HOA is built in that. So amongst getting out of debt is just some minor things that I have to pay. And once those are paid off, I'm pretty much, going to be focusing on dummying down my car loan and hopefully paying that off within the next year, and then tackling my mortgage until I finish school. It's my student loan debts will be continuously be deferred until I am completely done with school. So I'm not too worried about that, because at the end of all this, my journey is just to have those debts, and that's it. And so I wanted to just come in and give you guys a brief introduction to who I am. And again, spirit-led finances for me is using the Bible biblical based practices on money management and God's purpose that he designed for us with the transaction of money. And so money is a tool and we have to use it wisely, and the Bible gives great concepts, great ideas. It gives you also great stories on the management of money and why we should be the one managing our finances better and not allowing our finances to manage us. And so that is what I will be doing with this channel, and I look forward to you joining this journey with me. And please comment below if you are in your own financial journey of becoming debt free. I would like to get this conversation going. And one more question is, do you also use the Bible to help guide you, or do you use some type of religious or just some type of reading? It doesn't necessarily have to be a religious reading, but if you're reading a book on finances, share that with me below, share it with the community below. And let's get this conversation and dialogue going. So I look forward to having you in this journey with me. And until the next video, which will be coming in a couple of days or so, I might even drop it today, but I'm not 100% sure. But with that being said, thank you, and please stay connected with me and get ready to be spirit-led with your finances. Until the next time.